Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. So today we're going to be filming my top 10 best neutral eyeshadow palettes. So I'm not going to do it ranking style, I'm just going to show you what I like. I think I've got about 15-20 neutral eyeshadow palettes, but I've just chosen what I feel like is best in my collection. So first of all, we've got the Going Coconuts. So let's do the swatches on that. So this is what mine looks like. You've just got to bear in mind, mine's probably got all kinds of different eyeshadows in it. So we'll swatch mine as it is. Obviously that green up at the top there isn't really a neutral, but we'll swatch it as it is and we'll see what it looks like. I mean, there's so many mattes in mine, there's 5. I don't even know how many the original palette came with, but 5 mattes, 4 shimmers. So let's have a go at this. It certainly didn't come like this, but I thought I'd show it to you anyway. With this one, and some of the others I don't think came like the way I put them back. I think I'm going to put pictures of how they came originally. So that's that one. I had most of the shimmers in another palette that I'd made up to get the I Need a Nude, or to get my version of the I Need a Nude. So I don't feel like it's where they should be in the palette, but just ignore that. So this is what mine looks like. I know this one's come from the child, but I think the rest are from this palette. So I'll put the eyeshadows from here back in the self-made palette so I can continue to use it. But yeah, really like the Going Coconuts. Love the formula as well. I would like the That's Taught palette. That looks really nice as well. Then we've got this one. This is all shimmers. So this is the Desert Lights. Now this one is best drugstore formula for sure. I just wish we could get it in the UK. I think it's absolutely ridiculous how you can get some things in some countries but not in others. So I've only got this in my collection because my friend kindly sent it to me. So thank you again for that, Amy. Let's swatch it. So with this one, I didn't actually realise there isn't that many neutrals. That dark brown shade there would pass as an outer corner. Then we've got the 2 golds at the top and the pale in the corner. I do still feel like it makes a really good everyday eyeshadow palette. Let me show you the swatches. But can you see how those 3 there are quite rosy toned? But yeah, I do still like it for every day. So I have included it. Should have done these swatches before I actually made the video, but there we go. I mean, I feel like this is the best. It's not even the best drugstore formula. These metallics, the next level. They're comparable with Glamlite's metallics. They are just so nice. And if you can get this in the country that you're in, I'm not encouraging you to shop or anything, but it's a beautiful metallic palette. Those eyeshadows are like high-end. I'll be sad when I've used it up. I'm going to be using it because I don't want the shadows to go bad. I've also got Jungle Lights, but I don't see that as neutral eyeshadow makeup like I do this one. It's just so stunning. I think this one's my favourite. Flower Beauty. I absolutely love this. Let me just show you some of the metallics. And I'll do swatches separately and link them to the video. But yeah, that is just absolutely stunning. Right, and then we've got this Kylie Jenner Holiday palette, the Reindeer. Love this one as well. I mean, look at those shades. They are absolutely stunning. Right, so I think this one definitely wins cutest packaging. Although it looks a little bit sad. Okay, let's do the swatches. Then we've got this Beauty Bay Neutrals palette. So this is kind of drugstore. I really, really like it. It came into my collection last year. End of last year, I would say. But yeah, it is absolutely stunning. This one's new. Oh, this one is the Rude Cosmetics Peanuts, Shades of Peanuts Cool Tone palette. Oh my gosh. It is so, so stunning. I'm loving these ones here. So look how foiled they are. So what I've swatched is Home Run, Ha Ha Ha, and Zigzag. But like I said, I will try and swatch them all and put them around here somewhere. Okay, so a new one to the collection. This is the newest one out of these top 10 neutral palettes I'm showing you. So, in fact, I think this is probably one of my newest palettes in my collection. It's absolutely stunning. Then we've got quite a few Natasha Denona ones. So I'll start off with this. It's a Glam Face palette. So that's that one there. Oh, it's just absolutely stunning. Like these two shades here are definitely what makes this palette. And I do love the highlighter up here as well. Again, you will see the swatches really, really soon. So absolutely love that. It's one of my favourite neutrals. Wow, look at these guys. Look how sparkly they are. Definitely one of my favourite Natasha Denona palettes. And again, so this one here in a corner, that's definitely my favourite. So that's that first one there. I feel like that's the most sparkliest out of the two shades. And it's definitely the most softest, so I could definitely hit pan on that first. Then we've got the Natasha Denona Gold palette that Naomi got me a couple of years ago now. And again, I don't know if these are in the right positions because some of these shades were in another palette. I want to say this one's come from the Trio Chrome. I don't know if this has come from this palette, but I put it in there anyway. Yeah, that's what mine looks like. Again, these shades will be going back into my self-made Yucca palette. I don't have the Natasha Denona Yucca palette, so I want to have my own self-made one. Then we've got the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude. I couldn't do this video without talking about this palette. It is absolutely stunning. I would say probably this one is my favourite. This one and the Natasha Denona Glam Face palette are probably my two most favourite palettes. I absolutely love it. I love the shiny metallic wet ones in this palette. It's just really, really pretty. I like the toppers as well. The toppers are Sheen and Maya, but you really have to pack them on. So the last Natasha Denona palette I've got to talk about with you, can you guess it? It's a Natasha Denona Glam palette, and it's the same with this one. I don't know if the shades are in the right spaces, probably not this bottom row, but like I said, I probably put these elsewhere in my self-made one. But yeah, I really do like it. I mean, let's show you the differences. Because a lot of people at the time, when they brought out the I Need a Nude, said it just looks like the... Let's put these together. It looks like the Glam. And I couldn't disagree more. I mean, I thought that at the time, how different is it from the Glam? Well, the Glam's a lot cooler and there's more depth to it. And then this is obviously more neutral, hence the name I Need a Nude. Then, the last palette I want to talk to you about, oh my gosh, I absolutely adore this one. I love all of them. I have got a few that I pulled out, and I think I'll talk to you about them as well at the end. So we've got the Chocolate Martini by Glamlite. Oh, so beautiful. I need to use this again soon. Absolutely adore that. And there's one I want to talk to you about. Was that 10? Yeah, that was definitely my top 10. But I really like using this. So when I'm using the Flower Beauty or any palette that's only got shimmers in it, I tend to pull out this Jason Wu palette that I won in a giveaway. So this is the Jason Wu Flora Agave matte palette. It's really good. I'll either use this or I'll use, let me show you the other one. Now this is my Project Pan one, so I'll either use that one that I've just showed you or this, the browns. So that's that. And I may as well show you the other palettes I pulled as well, just so you can see how I whittled it down to just 10 rather than like 15 or 16. I don't think it sounded right, top 16. Those 10 palettes that I've just showed you are the ones that I would reach for every day. Let me go and show you the other palettes that I pulled out. Right, and then there's another 6 here. Like I said, I didn't want to title this video my top 16. And these 6 here, I've not used an awful lot. So let's start with Pat Mcgrath. So Pat Mcgrath Labs, Venus in Flares, Luke's Quad in Voyeuristic Vixen. Oh, it's so stunning. See, this is why I don't want to buy any more eyeshadow palettes, just because I've got so much I've barely used. I mean, look how stunning that is. I like this one here. It's like a very nice shifty shade. So, yeah, love that. Then we've got the Love Collection, the Pat Mcgrath Mothership Sublime Seduction. I'll show you what it looks like. So the packaging of the palette's the same as the outer packaging, and this is what it looks like. Very neutral, but I don't think it's one of my favourites, and it's definitely not one of my favourite formulas, so therefore it didn't actually make the top 10. This one though I absolutely love, and it's so inexpensive. You can't buy it now. I got it from Just My Look when they were selling it. So it's the Catrice and Jenny collab, and it's absolutely stunning. Now, it only just missed out on being in the top 10. The reason I like it is for this one here. This is a really gorgeous duochrome. And then we've got the ABH Soft Glam. This is more on the warmer side, but even still it's a really good neutral palette to use. Then we've got Huda Beauty Topaz Obsessions, which again is on the warmer side, but again I absolutely love it. It's so warm and looks so nice in autumn, well, summer and autumn. And then we've got the Toffee Brown one by Huda Beauty, and again it's more on the warmer side. of neutrals, but it really is stunning, and you could definitely wear all these palettes that I'm showing you for every day. There's just one palette that I wanted to put in but couldn't because it was more kind of rosy toned, and it is one of my favourites at the moment. Let me go and show it to you. So we've got this one here, the Glamlite Cosmetics Nearly Natural. So they even recognise it's a nearly neutral palette. You can't really call it neutral because of the pops of like olive greens that are in there, but isn't that stunning? So if that wasn't in exposed and stripped back, you could. But saying that though, there's quite a few rosy tones in there, so yeah, it's not neutral at all when you look at it. But I did think about, oh, shall I put it in? Just realised that you couldn't put this in as a neutral eyeshadow palette. So yeah, I would have loved to have put this one in as my top 10, because for me this would be an everyday neutral palette for me, but it's not neutral, and the title says it's not neutral on the palette. It says nearly natural. But for me, it would be kind of an everyday neutral eyeshadow palette that I would pull. But yeah, I've shown you my top 10 plus this one, this little bonus one as a matte one and done, or to use with the likes of the Flower Beauty palette, which doesn't have any mattes. All the others have mattes and shimmers in the palette, so I wouldn't need to use it with anything else. But yeah, guys, this concludes the video. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate your time and support, and I'll see you in the next one.